Here we go again with this topic here. Rich Paul is back at it again. I came across a video here earlier today on X, and I want to read the description. It says, Rich Paul says LeBron James winning another championship does nothing for his legacy.
Rich Paul, LeBron James's agent, just dropped a bombshell, claiming no one in basketball history can talk basketball at LeBron's level. Think about that for a second. He just put LeBron on an untouchable island, about absolute legends like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. It sounds completely insane, right? But before you write it off as pure delusion, let's actually dissect why this statement falls apart under any real scrutiny. Seriously, is LeBron James truly on a tier above Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant when it comes to basketball IQ? Or is his agent just talking? Let me know what you think in the comments.
This is the easiest place to start. Take your daily ritual with you. Go to Kachava.com and use code DREAMERS for 15% off your first order. That's Kachava, Kachava.com, code DREAMERS. Okay, perfect. So take a listen to Rich Paul here and what he had to say, and then we'll come back and continue on.
See, Rich, would it mean the most for them, for their legacy, to win a championship this season? Okay, there's a guy, I don't know if you're familiar with him, named LeBron James. He went to the Philadelphia 76ers after they got Jaylen Brown. Really?
Legacy, no, it means absolutely nothing.
I'm going to tell you it does, but you may say it doesn't.
I tell you it does. You're a fan. Doesn't mean nothing to
you
his
may
legacy.
say it.
What does it do to
his legacy? Nothing. Not even a new championship ring can budget. Now, usually, when a sports agent hypes up their star client, you expect a little exaggeration, right? It's their job. But Rich Paul, LeBron James's agent, recently went completely off the rails. On the Game Over podcast, he actually claimed that if LeBron were to win another star championship with his new team in Philadelphia, it would do absolutely nothing for his legacy. Why? Because according to Paul, LeBron's legacy is already completely untouched and etched in stone. But then came the real mind blower. Rich Paul doubled down, declaring that there isn't a single person who has ever picked up a basketball who can have a real star basketball conversation with LeBron James. Let that sink in. He basically said LeBron exists on a tier so high, no player in history, past or present, can even step into a room and challenge his standing or knowledge in the entire basketball universe.
There's nobody to ever pick up a basketball that can have a conversation with him about basketball. A discouraging conversation. They can talk about it all they want, but they can't deprive him of anything in the basketball universe. There's no room he can't be in when you're talking about basketball amongst every great that ever played the game.
Think about what that statement actually implies. Rich Paul is actively suggesting that 5-time champion Kobe Bryant or 6-time champion Michael Jordan cannot even sit across from LeBron.
Let's talk about LeBron James, but not on equal footing. This narrative, pushed by his camp of total confidence, places LeBron on an isolated pedestal, implying icons like Jordan, Kobe, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird are simply star beneath star him in the basketball hierarchy. It's an absolutely outrageous take that completely ignores basic basketball history. Now, if LeBron James is truly so far above every other icon who ever lived, then why is he still hopping from super team to super team in the absolute final stages of his career? His camp insists he's just playing for the pure love of the game, creating great operational moments. But deep down, everybody sees what's actually happening. LeBron and his inner circle are on an endless, desperate quest to chase phantom rings. They want to convince remaining skeptics that he's the undisputed GOAT. We all know that deep down, his resume has clear flaws that keep him behind Michael Jordan in the eyes of true basketball purists. Joining loaded rosters, stacked with young star power like Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey in Philadelphia, is just another attempt to pad that trophy case, even though everyone sees right through the strategy.
So, no, you got to let somebody else have. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's playing to win. Obviously, he made the choice to go to Philadelphia. But I think it's less about his legacy, and his legacy is already established.
Well, I happen to agree.
Some people that needs to win in order to position themselves from a legacy perspective.
I happen to agree with you about.
Let us unpack the actual basketball.
LeBron fans and his agent conveniently skip over some crucial basketball numbers. They tell you nobody can talk to LeBron about being a better player, right? But what about ball security? Because LeBron James currently leads the entire history of the NBA in total career turnovers. Think about that for a second. No human being ever, to step on an NBA court, has given the ball away to the opponent more times than LeBron James. So how can a guy with the ultimate giveaway record be considered superior to a 6-time Finals MVP like Michael Jordan? Jordan orchestrated 2 separate three-peats, never even allowing the final series to go to a Game 7. He led the Chicago Bulls through an era where they went years without even losing 3 consecutive games. Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year, he captured 10 scoring titles, and he went a perfect 6 for 6 in the finals, never crumbling under the bright lights. And yet, according to Rich Paul, Michael Jordan can't even sit in the same room and discuss basketball with LeBron. That is, frankly, utterly comical.
Him versus other players in the league legacy, but I would say that LeBron is in the area of his career where nothing he can do can detract from his greatness, but you can always add. Like, it would enhance. Winning a championship's a big deal.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, you play to win.
Especially at that
Obviously,
age.
you want to win, but it doesn't affect his legacy. What part of it will it affect?
Well, only in the sense that it's another piece of greatness accumulated. But I agree with you. There are others for whom it would mean more. Giannis is in Miami. If Giannis wins a championship with his second franchise, where he's joining a franchise that wasn't close to a championship, and then he joins and wins, I think that
means
really
it means a lot. Yes.
Who else do you think about?
There's some that have won. Joker, Giannis, it would mean a lot. Tatum, it would mean a lot. If Brunson goes back to back, it would mean a lot.
A lot. All those guys.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between winning one and being a multiple-time champion.
If Wemby wins his first, if Ant-Man wins his first.
First, let's smash LeBron diehards' favorite excuse. LeBron faced way tougher finals competition than Jordan. This argument crumbles under actual data, not just emotional hot takes. When you compare the top 75 greatest players of all time both legends faced in the NBA Finals, the numbers are almost identical. LeBron fans act like Jordan battled rec league scrub teams, while LeBron was fending off an alien invasion every June. The truth? Both faced around 7 or 8 top 75 talents in the championship round. Think about LeBron's finals gauntlet: Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Steph Curry. That's 8 undisputed top 75 players. Now, look at who Michael Jordan defeated for his 6 rings. Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, and John Stockton. 7 top 75 players, off the top of my head. The level of legendary peak of the sport competition was essentially equal. The difference isn't star whose star they faced, but star how star they handled it, and more critically, star who they played against when they won star. LeBron fans conveniently forget 2020, when LeBron won a championship against a Miami Heat team whose leading finals scorer was Goran Dragic, a team entirely devoid of a single top 75 all-time player. Jordan, on the other hand, star never star, had an easy finals opponent. Every single team Jordan conquered in the finals contained legendary Hall of Famers. The average fan defending Rich Paul usually has a basketball memory that starts and ends with LeBron's career. They don't know the sport's history, they don't study past eras, and they blindly swallow whatever narrative Clutch Sports feeds the media, designed to protect LeBron's image and sculpt an untouchable legacy. Claiming Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan can't even hold a conversation about basketball with LeBron isn't just incorrect. It's a monumental slap in the face to the legends who built this league. LeBron has had an undeniably extraordinary career, but pretending he exists on a plane of existence above the greatest champions in sports history is pure delusion. The facts scream for themselves. You can't claim absolute supremacy when your career is defined by constantly jumping ship to stack the deck, holding the all-time turnover record, and needing stacked rosters to secure titles. LeBron is one of the greatest, but he is star not star above a conversation with the men who set the standard before him. Look closely at the entire structural narrative woven around LeBron every time he moves franchises. Every single time he arrives in a new city. Miami, his Cleveland return, Los Angeles, and now Philadelphia. The media machinery immediately starts laying down protective excuses. If the team wins, LeBron gets 100% of the credit for lifting a franchise to glory. But if the team fails or falters early in the postseason, the blame instantly shifts to the coaching staff, the front office, or his supporting cast. It's a win-win media shield no other superstar in NBA history has ever enjoyed. Michael Jordan never had the luxury of media deflection. When the Bulls lost to the Pistons in the late 80s, Jordan absorbed every single ounce of heat directly, using it to fuel his drive. Kobe Bryant didn't get a pass when the Lakers struggled in the post-Shaq era. He endured brutal press coverage until he earned those back-to-back titles in 2009 and 2010. People who validate every single move you make, you start to believe your own hype to an unhealthy degree. You start to believe that moving from one ready-made contender to another is just smart business, rather than an admission you can't win on equal footing. You start to convince yourself that having the most points in league history automatically erases the 4 finals losses where your team was thoroughly outplayed and outmaneuvered. Let's also talk about the fundamental difference in playing styles between LeBron and the icons he's being elevated above. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were ultimate assassins who embraced the absolute burden of winning. They didn't pass off the final shot in clutch moments to role players just to make the statistically correct play. They took ownership of the outcome because they believed their talent was superior to any star defensive scheme. They built their reputations on ironclad competitive grit. When Kobe suffered injuries or faced overwhelming odds, he demanded more from himself and forced his teammates to rise to his level of intensity. Jordan did the exact same thing, turning every minor opponent's slight into a personal vendetta that ended with his team holding the trophy. LeBron, by contrast, has always operated like a CEO on the court. He calculates stats, manages workloads, and controls team personnel like a general manager. That analytical approach has allowed him to accumulate massive career totals and unmatched longevity stats. But statistics alone do not make you untouchable. Basketball is played with heart, pressure, and competitive pride. When you look at the raw competitive fire that defined Jordan and Kobe, LeBron's calculated team hopping looks more like corporate optimization than pure athletic dominance. When Rich Paul claims no player can sit in a room and talk basketball with LeBron, he's confusing statistical volume with absolute basketball mastery. But it does not mean your peak was higher than Michael Jordan's 6 finals MVPs or Kobe's relentless scoring dominance. It does not erase the fact that Jordan never needed a Game 7 in the finals, nor does it erase the fact that Kobe won titles both with and without Shaq to prove his ultimate worth. Ultimately, basketball fans are getting tired of the constant revisionist history being pushed by clutch sports. We respect LeBron's incredible career, his durability, and his individual talents, but we will not stand by and let agents or media commentators rewrite history to pretend that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are somehow inferior to a player who has spent his entire career looking for the path of least resistance. The debate will continue, but claims of absolute untouchability will always be shut down by the actual facts. If you found this breakdown insightful and want more raw, unfiltered sports takes, hit that like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss another episode of our daily sports debates. Your support keeps these real conversations going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video.